Blake production.
Alrighty, no script. We're just gonna be chatting here real quick about, I thought I'd explain how I got into the markets, what I started to do to understand certain things, because I feel like the preparation I did back in 2017, 2018, 2019, even though I had like no money pretty much, right? There was things I was trying to understand about investing in general, and then the mindset to have in the markets that it really helps me, and it has helped me because now that, like, for example, right, markets are in a downturn, and this is really the first like bear market that I've been able to participate in. I'm now able to understand how to handle myself and how to manage my money correctly, so then I don't like completely blow up and things like that, right? So just to pretty much get started, right, in college, right, I was taking electrical engineering technology. I went to Mohawk College. That's in Hamilton, Ontario. Great school, great program. I'll be making a video actually about that course and how it's helped me in the future. That's a little side note I throw in there, but yeah, essentially, like, in college, I remember thinking, being like, oh, I can't wait to invest in the markets. I can't wait to have like enough money to invest. But like, I'd always hear those like quips and those sayings like, oh, 90% of the people like lose all their money in the markets, or like 99% of people don't make it when it comes to investing in the markets. And I hear all these things, so I figured, okay, like, what does this 10% do? Right? What does this 1% do? So I would just like research basic things about what what mindset should I have when it comes to investing, right? Like, how should I manage my money? How should I look at the markets? Like, that's literally how it started. And then I started to do, I got a lot of interest in that, right? So then I realized, okay, stocks are for sure something I will be doing. And this is back when I had like no money. I'm in like literally third, fourth, fifth semester in college. And it's like, I'm just like, I'm trying to manifest this thing that I think can happen, and I have no experience in doing. So I started to look at charts, right? That was the most appealing thing to me. I took electrical engineering. Like, it's a lot of math, it's a lot of understanding, calculations, and for some reason the charts just blended for me. It was like, oh, this is easy. I'm pretty much doing a lot of this in school. I looked at the charts. This helped me, it made me have like a logical way of being able to invest while also having like a fundamental base of like how I should manage my money and like how I should think of the market psychologically, things like that. So the charts and that little background that I was starting to get really helped me, right? So I started trying to find books, right? I read The Little Book of Trading by Michael V. Covell. Oh, there goes Murphy. He's going nuts. So I started reading books like that. Those really helped, right? Just to understand, like, oh, okay, well, technical trading does work. Like, there's been proof, right? This book is about people who have had that work. Trend trading works. So these are more things that I started to use and like read to understand, like, okay, this is what's going to help me long term. And then I read another book. It's called Trading in the Zone. And I think that's by Mark Douglas. I don't want to screw up his name. I'm going to quickly snag this out here. But oh, don't mind my fantasy football trophy in the background there. Mark Douglas, yeah. So Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. That book kind of like really opened up from a psychological perspective. Like, yo, this book put me on to like, markets are literally made to mess with your psychology. So this is how you should look at the markets and prepare yourself from a psychological perspective. And something that, there's a few other things that really helped. Those two were like the entry points to like, oh my God, like those books made me believe like, oh my God, like I know I could do this. I know I could do this. I just need to really focus. So I started to deep dive further, right? Reading more books. And then I found this podcast, Chat with Traders. that was unreal. That there's so many episodes on that podcast that basically deep dive not only, professional traders talking about the psychology you should have, but they talk about their trading strategies, how they made it, how they got into it, all those things. Like, man, it helps when you put in the work to try to understand all this stuff. So that was huge. Like, I looked into those things and I cared about it so deeply. Like, it was a passion of mine, like a side passion aside from work, right? So then after that, I pretty much had my own like ability to read charts. I understood how to, like prepare myself for the markets, how to manage my money. Definitely don't invest all of your capital. Only invest what you could lose, right? I started to understand basic risk to reward setups, like things like that. And then this was pretty much just as I started to jump into the market, which was like mid 2019. I found Fit Traders on YouTube, and Rick DaCosta is like the head at Fit Traders, and I was watching this guy's videos like nobody's business. Like every single video, I would rewatch them because I was trying to understand, like, okay, this guy's a professional trader. What is his mindset like, And like something that I learned from just watching his videos was like, you got to be willing to like admit when you're wrong, right? You have to be really honest with yourself, be true to yourself, right? And that's something that like I really respect about Rick, because like during that time I was also going through a lot of things personally, right? Like with relationships and friendships and things like that. You start to realize like, man, like I need to be real with myself here. Like, is this group of friends like the right friends for me? Like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, am I like, there's so many things that like all at once were coming together. And the way Rick kind of had that type of like real shit perspective, but like for the markets, I was like, this guy's the shit, right? So, I really kind of watched him from that perspective, and his videos also did help like sharpen up my technical skills, right? Like watching the charts and how to understand and like, really paying attention to your high or low. So that's one of the things he talks about is like how to protect your money in the market, and like really understanding that like you need to think of your account just like a chart, right? If you want to keep making higher highs in your account, you have to respect it like it's your business. So those are just a few things I learned, right? I kept that shit with me. Like, yo, you think I'm playing games? Like, I have journals on journals. Damn it, where is it? I'm cheesed. I have journals on journals that are like filled with all the things that I've been keeping about the markets over the years, right? Like, this is something that is like like it's no joke for me, man. Like I went deep into this, and all of this is what's helped me like really like, like now I get it, and now there's like I have a level of confidence where like I don't care that we're in a bear market. Like I know this eventually is going to end, and I understand what I'm supposed to do in a market like this. And now that I see this, I have this, that's why like I talk with confidence, and that's why like I'm not scared to voice my opinion. If I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. I understand that being wrong is a part of this, right? Like I've gotten to know myself to a point where it's like this is something that I love to do, you know what I mean? So I thought I would explain all of this in this video, you know what I mean? Just so it could maybe like, if there's someone out there like wondering like what should I do right now, like go back and just like listen to like what I was doing. Like I was literally like reading, watching videos, listening to podcasts, like, and not aside from that, I was getting to know myself too, right? Like that's like a really underrated part of this market shit. Like you gotta know yourself, man. Like that's real shit. So yeah, that's a little video of like, I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but like that's the gist of it all is like, it takes time. It's not just like this this thing that just happens, right? Like the only reason why I understand how to do and act in a bear market is because of like, yo, I have notes about it, and I also read books about it, and I listened to podcasts about it, like, and then on top of that, like I finally have the chance to experience this now. So it's like all of this, all of my notes, all this time, like preparation is like meeting up with like a perfect timing to like kind of, really understand. I was able to capitalize on a lot of the 2020 and 21 bull run, and it just makes me excited because I know that there's going to be another bull run, right? I know at some point, and with all this preparation I've done, I know I'm going to capitalize huge on it. So I kind of wanted to share this like with you guys because I know, like, man, I'm not nothing special. Like I ain't shit. Like I'm still living in my parents' room, like waiting for my condo to be finished built in 2024. Like I ain't shit, man. Like I know there's people out there who are like me who could do this, and even if you're not really like me, you could still do this because there's ways to understand these markets and shit like that. So that's me rambling though, but that's the video, guys. I'll end it here. Peace.